Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today's Sunday, I'm in Conflans, southwest of France, on this footbridge. I'm here to do a review on the Voge, which now I've done about 500 miles on the bike, and I just want to let you know how it's performing, what my thoughts are, what my problems are, issues, what I like, what I don't like, how much better or worse is this than a Honda. So stick around and I'll talk you through it. So here we are, the Voge 300 Rally, about 500 miles on the clock, on and off road. I actually took this bike to the ABR and I got it absolutely filthy. It was muddy, filthy, sandy, dusty. I left it for a month, put it in the garage, and then I got it out and I've cleaned it today and it's come up like that, as new. And that's just a brief jet wash and a sponge down. First sign's all nice and clean. So the things that I like on this bike over my CRF. My CRF wasn't the Rally was more expensive, and if I was going to buy another CRF I would go for the Rally, just if it is for the screen and the extra tank. I don't like the fairings that it has at the bottom, but you still got to do that suspension. Jumping on to this Rally, as I mentioned before, it cost me equivalent with the deal and the exchange rate to euros. It cost me about 3,200. It's got crash bars as standard. It's got a fairing as standard. It's got USB as standard. The handlebars out the box are better than the Hondas, standard. It's got a rack, which you can't see because of my helmet, standard. LED lighting, standard. Performance, looks, styles and ride, very, very, very similar. The things I've added, which it didn't have, was obviously the grille, the bash plate, a good aluminium bash plate, the handguards. I've swapped out the mirrors for these cheap bendable. They're £10, so it's worth getting a few extras just in case you break them, but you can basically just move them out of the way like that. The screen is very, very good, and this section here keeps the wind off your knees. The screen takes the wind off your chest, and if I was being picky on a day like today I would get a screen extender to take it off the helmet because it just doesn't catch that. So there you have it. Okay, so issues. Riding the bike, not a problem. I did fall off it. It's not got the best tyres in the world for off-road. I took it to the ABR. It was very, very sandy. They'd wet it, but it was dust. It was like this clay dust. And I lost the front end. It washed out on me, doing about 30 miles an hour. I came off it, and the only damage that was on the bike, this brake lever bent completely back 180 degrees, which with a pair of pliers I bent it back and you cannot see the difference. And the brake lever slightly bent, but again with a pole I bent it straight back out. That was it, not a mark on it. Everything else, and guards and the crash bars did their job. So it held up very, very well. There's the track. Halfway through the Bridgestone Trail, you've seen some footage just a few seconds ago of me on the Voge, seeing how it copes with its first ride, and I'm really giving this bike some test. I'm not taking it easy. I'm putting it through the paces. There's been a lot of bikes on here, so it's dusty, it's dry, it's slippy, it's sandy, and here's some more bikes coming through. So you may ask yourself, why have I stopped halfway through the trail and just pulled over on the Voge? Well, let me tell you why. The bike stopped. Yep, we've just 250 miles on the bike, putting it through its paces, and I have been proper tatering it round this course. It's just stopped. So they've asked to come and recover me. I said, no, I can fix this out. I've got some technical knowledge. What can go wrong? It's a brand new Voge. What can go wrong in it? Guess what went wrong in it? I ran out of fuel. I didn't check before I came out, and I actually ran out of fuel. The bike is performing fantastic. The bike's really, I mean, with that suspension, standard setup, I've put some bar eyes and a couple of safety things on there, but that bike's really coping well with everything else that's here. So one of the marshals come over to me and he said, would you like to be towed in? There's no way I'm getting towed in on a marshal on my new Voge. After everybody's saying it won't make it, it won't last. It needs a drop of fuel. So my mate, Donny Dave, has gone for some fuel. Any excuse to get around this track again. So I'm here in the lay-by. I'm going to get some footage of the bikes going by. It's dusty, as you can see from my face. And have some more fun when I've got some fuel in this. Catch you in a bit. Negatives. Now, we know this bike's copied off the CRF, and if you're going to copy something which is excellent, don't put the horn next to the indicators. On the CRF, I used to knock that off all the time, and I'm still doing it. Don't do it, change it. The nice thing is they've took the spark arrestor out of there, so it's got a nice popping sound, so it gives it more of a beefy sound. Me personally, you don't have to change the can on that. The only negative on this bike is the battery went dead after 300 kilometres. I rang Voge, they said it's a consumable part, it's not covered under your warranty, I'm afraid, but we can do your discounted trade battery price. So they got me one for €30, which was a user, and it's been fantastic since that. That's the only issue that I've had with this bike. In conclusion, after 500 miles and owning this bike for about 2 months now, do I regret it? No, I do not regret it. Would I buy another one? Well, I don't need to, I've got this one, it's working fine. If I didn't buy it, would I buy one over the Honda? Yes, I would. And it isn't just because of the price. I mean, the price is half the price of a Honda, but it's not half the bike. Out of the box, as I mentioned earlier, the things that it's got, which I changed on my CRF, this has already got them. I don't need to do anything to it. It just performs straight out the box. If I could have a bit more power, of course you would, but it's not running yet, and it wasn't until my Honda had got 3,000 miles on the clock that it started to loosen up and giving it a little bit more power. So we'll see how that one goes. As for now, I'm absolutely made up with it. Would I change it? No. Am I going to ride it some more? Yeah. 35 degrees here in the southwest in Confluence. Bonjour. Bonjour. Some locals saying hello. You see me doing some filming. Very friendly people here. The French people in the southwest here are so friendly. Everybody says bonjour. The young kids say bonjour, have a nice day. They go for walks and come to places like this. Over in the distance, we've got people on the Vienne. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, give us a big like. If you've got any comments, drop them down below. I answer all my comments. Don't forget, like and subscribe to the channel. It's completely free. Bye for now.